Whew. I don't even know what to say about this one. Cam Hayward wants more money. I don't even know what to say about this one. I was listening to Paul Zeiss talk about it a little bit on his Post Gazette live stream. And he basically saying the fans' comments are coming in that he should honor his contract. He should honor his contract. Still has years left on his deal, and he should honor it. I mean, should the same not be for TJ? Shouldn't have TJ honored the last year of his contract? But now Cam's supposed to honor the last year of his contract, and he's washed, and he shouldn't get paid all this money and everything else. That's probably is going to be the narrative through in the opinion of a lot of fans. I just made a post about it, so it's going to be interesting to see what the fans' feedback is. I really want to see what their feedback is about this because this is really crazy to me. I mean, the training camp's been going on for a couple weeks now, and now it's just getting reported that he's not even like really participating in practice. So, I mean, is it even true? I don't know. Is he going to hold out? Is he just holding in? Is he going to hold out the whole season if Steelers don't cave? Uh, it's going to be interesting to see. I think Cam should get at least, he's making like $13 million a year. He took such a massive pay cut. It was insane. Insane how much money Cam Hayward took, pay cut he took last year to stay with the Steelers. Now he's seeing what some of these defensive linemen are making. He's seeing the Steelers drafting all these defensive linemen. He's like, wait a minute. Are they just setting me up to basically push me out the pasture? And that, honestly, the way they drafted, they can easily start to push him out the pasture with Harmon. They got Benton. They drafted Black. So they got a lot of drafted a lot of players at the defensive line position, and he's getting up there in age, and I'm not going to say he's injury prone, but he gets hurt occasionally and he misses big games, and Steelers gave up about 300 yards on the ground. So football's won and lost in the trenches, and to me, you got to have some youth up front on your defensive line, guys hungry and guys able to get after the quarterback and guys willing to take on contact and prove a point. So sometimes having younger guys on your defensive line is good because they're just more aggressive. They're more hungry. They want to get after it and they want to make the big money. Now, has Cam earned the money? I would say, yeah. I think Cam Hayward is a first ballot Hall of Famer. You can't easily. I mean, TJ is a Hall of Famer for sure, but so is Cam. And does Cam get as many sacks as TJ? But I think he does so much more for the defense. I mean, like I said, football's won and lost in the trenches, and he sets the tone, and he's been the tone setter for the longest time. I mean, the nose tackle is a difficult position. You got to take on multiple blocks, and you got to do a lot of the dirty work that doesn't really come up in the stat sheets. And, of course, just given the position, TJ Watt is going to have more interceptions than Cam Hayward. Just like given the position, pretty much any defensive back is going to have more interceptions than Cam Hayward. Cam Hayward's job is to take up 2 blocks, 3 blocks, stop the run, and he's still able to get after the quarterback. He can play multiple positions on the defensive front. Cam is one of the premier interior linemen in the NFL, and he's been doing it pretty much since he's been in the NFL. Every year when he's healthy, he gives you 8.5, 9.5 sacks playing that nose tackle position, which is really dominant. So, I mean, does Cam have a position? He has a huge position, a bigger position to me than TJ Watt, especially how much money he's making. He basically took off just the most friendly of friendly team deals last year. And now he basically is saying he wants premier pay. What do you got to say, Runt? Do you think he should get premier pay, or do you think, oh, he's old and he's washed up and Cam doesn't deserve it? We're going to say that. So you're going to go with that? You better say Cam deserves the money. I mean, are we going to trade Cam Hayward now? I mean, he could be expendable. Honestly, like, where's this going to go? The drama never ends, bro. You start to finally feel the dramas are over. Aaron Rodgers is in camp. We signed everybody, and then today this shit comes out that Cam Hayward is holding in. Like, it don't even make sense to me how he could be even holding in, dude. How did they report that at the beginning of camp? It got overshadowed by TJ holding it, but they signed him right from the jump. So where were the reporters like all week, the past 2-3 weeks of training camp, or when he was not practicing? From what I read, I mean, who knows? Is he? It's all up to him. He's getting old, very old for his position. Shit. But he still plays at a high level. He still plays like he's in the prime of his career. And I honestly think he's better than TJ Watt. To me, personally, wrote a post that I think Cam Heyward is more valuable to the defense than TJ Watt. See, this is what happens when players start getting money and they start shelling out money. TJ, he goes around and acts like a golden child. Well, now look, the rest of the childs are acting like the golden child. They want to be treated like the golden child. Cam Hayward's like, wait, I've been here longer. I've been the captain of the defense. I've been the face of the franchise. And now I want paid. And I mean, last year he caved and talked all this shit and wanted money, da da da. And he basically took this team friendly deal. Now he's trying to get more. So is this going to end with him caving? I don't know. Just like, again, I don't know. Or is he really going to say, hey, like, if you're holding out, you're holding out, bro. I want you to meet my demands. I'm not going to sit there. I'm not going to play these games, dude. I'm not playing a game. This is real life. And if that's me personally, and I'm like saying that I'm going to hold out, dude, I'm holding the fuck out, bro. Period. Bottom line. Until you meet my bottom line, until you meet my demands, period. Or I will not play. I can retire. Trade me, retire. I don't care. I can. That's some shit. That would be my line too. That would be one of my lines. Fuck, I retire. That's fine. You want to pay me what I'm worth? I'll just retire right now. I'm not going out there and risking my body, risking my health, risking my shit. I could get hurt 15 different ways out here. And I've been putting my body on the line in this trenches for this franchise for 13 years. I'm second in franchise history in sacks playing a nose tackle position. I want money. I want what 20 million like this guy's making, 23 million like this guy's making. And that's just the reality of it, of sports, man, and in the salary cap of the NFL. Like, these decisions or like literally will make or break a GM, make or break a coach. Like, you go out there and like this TJ Watt deal. We go out there and sign TJ Watt and he has a 9-sack year. Then how's Omar Khan look like a fucking retard? And he signs Cam Heyward and he sucks and he's washed and we just extend him for like 5 years when he's 36 years old. So you, as an organization, you can't cave. So it's really going to be interesting to see where this goes because I think and I want to see what the fans be saying on the post that I just made about Cam Heyward too, and see what they have to say about this because I don't even know how to even react about this. I can't even believe it. I'm surprised. It's crazy to me. I think, does he deserve the money? Yeah. Are the Steelers going to cave, especially after they just had to shell out all this money to TJ Watt, after they shelled out all this money to DK Metcalf, after they just spent a first-round pick on a defensive tackle and another defensive tackle in the fourth, fifth round, whatever round they picked him up in, and other linebackers and front seven type players on their roster to where maybe they think, well, we're paying these guys rookie contracts. And we're going to get just as much production out of them than Cam. And Cam's best days are done. So how are the Steelers viewing this? How are they going to treat it? And how's Cam going to treat it? Is he just, trying to get attention and then cave like he did last year? Or is he really going to stick to his guns and hold, like, not just hold in, hold out? Because are the Steelers really going to go out there and give him a big deal? Like I said, with them 2 big deals they just shelled out to a guy that's way past his prime. I just seen Paul Zeiss talk about it. Adam Scheffner reported it. I just read a whole damn article about it. Can't believe it. It's always something with the Steelers, bro. There's always something, some dumb stuff that happens like this, like that. And the third, man, never freaking ends with the Pittsburgh Steelers and the drama. It never ends. Never. The whole entire offseason was just bullshit and just stories. I mean, Adam Schefter reported it. Paul Zeiss from the Pittsburgh Post Gazette literally just did a live about it. I'll see what Cam says tomorrow. He's gonna come with something tomorrow. I pay attention now. And then you got a preseason coming up Friday game. So what a perfect way to segue. Just kick off the preseason with the contract with the hold in Cam after they just paid TJ. And that's a perfect way to shine the light on it too, Cam Heyward. Because like I've been saying, like the TJ Watts of the league, they get paid for pretty boy stats. If you're a Cam Heyward, that's how you look at it. While I'm in the trenches. Like I say that about running backs too. In my opinion, I think running backs are undervalued in today's NFL salary cap. I remember when the Mets and Henry Wheeler was in here and they were talking shit like, oh, Saquon Barkley, pay running backs. You don't pay running backs. You got to pay quarterbacks. You got to pay quarterbacks, so you overpay some trash ass scrub Daniel Jones, who's not worth whatever the market value is. He's just not. He's mid. He either takes under market value because he's not good enough, or I'll go find somebody better that can shit for cheaper that can give me mediocre to below average stats. I'll sign Andy Dalton. I'll throw Andy Dalton in there on a veteran minimum. And give me Saquon Barkley, who's going to rush for 2,000 yards in the season and catch for 500, 600, 700 yards. He was literally the entire Giants offense, and he only get like $12 million a year. It's like Najee. He's only making like $5-6 million a year, and this dude's ran for 1,000 yards 4 straight years in a row. He's been the bell cow back of the Steelers, and they just shit on him, and they threw him out to trash. Said, thanks. Bye. Can't give him an option, 5th-year option for dog dirt shit, thick, cheap compared to the salary cap. For literally the past 4 years on the Steelers offense, Najee has been the most productive player on offense the past 4 seasons for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Period. That's not an opinion. That's a fucking fact. And Cam's been the next to TJ, and I could argue just as productive at his position for the past. How long has he been on the team? 13 years, 14 fucking years. He's been the captain of the defense 10 of those 13. Multiple time All Pro, multiple Pro Bowler. If TJ deserves his money, Cam deserves his money. Period. The end. He should be getting top 3 defensive at tackle money in the league, in my opinion. He dominates his position. He dominates the trenches. Like Bud Dupree. I remember he got all that money when he had like that 11 and a half, 12 and a half, 13 and a half sack season, whatever he threw up. It was like his one good year. Went Tennessee and didn't do shit. Believe Cam Heyward sets the edge for the Bud Duprees. We gave Alex Highsmith all this money too. Like, who's more valuable to the defense, Alex Highsmith or Cam Heyward? And it's Cam Heyward. But given the position, given the stats, they give Alex Highsmith all this money. It's dumb how they do it, like the market value. But when agents get involved, they can hardball you. Players aren't, their hearts might say, well, okay, I want to play for the Steelers and I'm willing to take uh $1 million to play for the Steelers. You know what I mean? Like that's what I would say. I'd take $1 million to play for the Steelers. But if you have talent and you have an agent, they're going to get you more than $1 million. They'll make it $10 million, and then paying a 33% is worth it because you'll still have come out seven. You will have 7 million after that 33% or whatever, 6.88, whatever. Fuck, it's a lot younger. Okay, Herbig's a lot younger than TJ. TJ's past his prime. There's no difference in the situation other than TJ has a few more sacks. I think Cam does more on defense. He has more duties on defense. TJ has one assignment. Cam's a lot better than anybody else we're putting on the defensive line. That's how you. This is how I'm looking at it. Herbig, you think I'm like saying Herbig's better than TJ Watt because I'm saying we'll trade TJ. You're trading TJ. You're freeing up $40 million in cap space to distribute. You can take $40 million and distribute that to 3 free agents, solid quality 3 free agents, and then you have Herbig getting a rookie deal. So this is how you're looking at it. That no, he's not going to be productive as TJ. No, never. Never in life. But he can get you 8, 9 sacks on a fucking deal. On a still ass. If he gets you that type of production, that's a still ass deal. I do franchises and shit on NBA, MLB, Madden. Once players start getting old, you start getting off those contracts, and then you start trying to find and groom rookies up. I mean, yeah, Highsmith's basically in his prime. You're right. I don't say you're wrong about that. But Cam's setting that edge for Highsmith to get those stats. Is Highsmith as good as we think he is? Or is he a product of the system? Because to me, Bud Dupree was a product of the system. Say TJ's a product of the system. He's good. He has talent. He's a beast. He puts in the work in the offseason and everything, but he's still a product of a system. It's been churning for a very, very long time, long before he has ever came along. He's hurt. I'm just talking about his deal in general. It's a good thing we have Herbig, though. That's why we drafted him, in case TJ or one of them got hurt. You got to think, salary cap's 300 million, so you give 40 million to one player. So that's what, 25%, 20% of the cap, 19% of the cap going to one guy who's past his prime. Just because Cleveland overpaid Myles Garrett. Now the market value is at $40 million. Because Andrew Berry's a fucking idiot. He gave a 29-time accused rapist the largest fucking deal in NFL history, and they traded away every draft pick they had. That was one of the worst. That might have been. That has to go down as one of the worst trades in NFL history. And then Baker goes to Tampa, and he's like putting up numbers and shit, and he's like considered top tier quarterback. Yeah, but the thing is, that's what leads to that. That's what leads to that. You allow this to happen. It's a continued culture. It's a culture that you're allowing to happen. That's why I'm saying the Steelers need to start fucking quit kowtowing to every fucking person that demands money, and you got to be able to. You can't kowtow to everybody. So this is, I honestly can see, this is where the point in time where they can't, even if they wanted to, they can't kowtow because they've shelled out all this money elsewhere and all over the goddamn place. So this is where they're going to be like, well, Cam, you're washed and you're replaceable at this point, and we're not willing to give you the type of money that you're asking for, and this could really get worse if this is all true. Or he could just cave like he did last time. But I don't know. Seems odd for this to all come out right now, right before. So he might really be standing his ground too, and it might be a butting of heads here. And he got his podcast and shit, so it could get real. And he's on ESPN. So depending who his agent is, I don't know who his agent is. Look up who his agent is. If it's Drew Rosenhaus, this could get ugly. He's all in bed with ESPN. And Cam's right there as a mouthpiece of. He's not worth as much as Cam, but he's probably only like 20 million or something like that. Not 40, but like 20. Other than the 13 that he's making right now. He made more than that. He was at like 19, like before he took this pay cut that last year. He was at like 19.5 million. Then he went down to 13 million. You should be going up, not down, especially if you're Cam Heyward. But he did it. That's why I'll get like still. Cam is a team player and has been a team player. He's the ultimate team player. TJ's out there to get his. That's all. He's not out there to win games. He's out there to get his, bro. That's what it is. He's out there to get his. Cam's a team player. He is the captain of the defense, in my opinion. The captain. The leader. The top dog of the defense, of the fucking entire team. Well, I don't know who that is. That's not Drew Rosenhaus. But he's still on ESPN, and he got that platform where he can be, if he really wants to, he could cause chaos. And like I said, that could be one of his lines. I could retire and just do my show every day. I can just sit on my leather ass instead of risking it. My health, my body. I can spend more time with my family, my wife, my kids, and I can be sitting on my cush leather ass probably at my home, in my home office studio, sitting on my leather ass talking about still making probably six-figure, maybe even millions of dollars just talking about the goddamn Steelers or whatever, anything, whatever he wants to talk about on his goddamn stupid podcast. But he's holding in. And what I'm saying is going to lead to a holdout. Will this lead to a holdout? Like I don't threaten to hold in 2 years in a row and then cave 2 years in a row. Like I'm not about to cave 2 years in a row if I'm Cam Heyward. That's what I'm saying. And if I'm the Steelers, and after I shelled out all this dough, I'm not ready to cave to Cam Heyward too. So this one could get ugly. I mean, I hope they can put a quick band-aid on this and heal this boo-boo, but maybe Cam feels he's better than TJ. Maybe Cam feels he is the captain of the defense. Maybe Cam feels he's been loyal. He's done everything he's needed to do. He's a complete team player. He's the captain. He's the face of the franchise, and he's due. And he's seen every other circus show act get paid their money when they throw a fit. Now it's his turn. Yeah, he's saying what he's kowtowing. He's saying what he needs to say. He's not going to go out there and say, "Well, I need more." He's gonna be like, "Yeah, well, okay, whatever." That doesn't mean he don't want his. I mean, he don't feel like he's due, and he might feel a little slighted. And maybe he thinks, well, I've been buying into this. Oh, we're the Steelers and we win championship shit my whole entire career, and I haven't won a championship. I'm ready to go to a team that actually can win a championship and help them win. And they'll pay me what I deserve. And I'll get a Super Bowl out of it. Fuck Pittsburgh. Tired of this shit. No longer kissing this fucking organization's ass no more. I want what I've rightfully earned and deserved. I'm standing my fucking ground, and I'm not going to fucking play for anything less than $20 million a year. If you can't meet that, you can suck my fucking dick. I mean, that would be pretty sad if he threatened like to hold out 2 years in a row. Then it's just you're just selling stories. Then and you're just selling bullshit. You're just doing the most just to fucking create drama. And that ain't good neither. He won't say that. He might be thinking it though. Of course, he's not gonna say that. That's why you have agents, okay? To do your to do your bidding. You hire some Jew, and then they go in there with their cats, and then they sit down and they crunch the numbers, and then they go, well, but that's how I see it. I see Cam as the captain of the defense. I see Cam as a leader. I see Cam as a team player. I see Cam that's done everything right. I see Cam who's the Walter Payton Man of the Year because he gives back to his community. He takes time to give back to his community. He's done a lot of work into the community, and he's a pillar of the community, not only on the field, but off the field. And he does it on the field at a high level degree. One of the best rated interior linemen in the NFL last year. in the face of the entire organization since Ben left. Shit, before that. Well, yeah, that's cool. We got Mason Rudolph. He's better anyway. He might. That's another big issue with the Steelers. I talked about it in another live. They're fucking them tackles. Who knows what's going to happen with them tackles? They both give up over 11 attacks this year. Fuck. He could be. He could. I'd say Cam is. Cam's at Ward and C for a long time. For a long, long, long time. Does a lot of media appearances, and usually in the press conferences, he's usually one of the first ones out there to be interviewed to represent the organization next to Tomlin. I want to see what he can do in preseason. That sucks. We're not going to see anything out of him. He's there's no preseason games for him. That's horrible. That's valuable experience that he needed, but no shit on that. And that pretty much puts the Steelers in a position where they got to maybe let Rodgers play a couple more drives just because they can't. There's nobody else. They're going to give Skylar Thompson looks now. Wasted reps, pretty much, giving them to Skylar Thompson. Maybe Eric could use a few more. I don't know. I'm not gonna say it's the worst thing in the world, but I don't want to see him get hurt in preseason. That would be horrible. Cam Hayward's holding out. Aaron Rodgers gets hurt. That'll be a great way to start the season. And then instead of starting 4-0, 3-0, they'll go 0-3 and have the late season collapse on top of it. And Tomlin will have his first losing season. I don't really know what to think about this offseason. It's different. This is the craziest Steelers, one of the craziest Steelers off seasons. I mean, the Steelers off seasons have been crazy for a real long time. It's a circus show. Like literally at this point, and I'm like a Tomlin defender, dude, but it's every fucking off season, dude. Like literally, I'm about to make a meme. I'm gonna do what is that? Chat GBT. And I'm gonna go on there and I'm gonna put Tomlin a circus conductor fucking outfit, dude, because that's what the fuck it is every fucking goddamn year, dude. And I'm tired of it, dude. I'm tired of the Steelers being this fucking circus show, dude. I'm tired of it. They're not the Steelers. The culture is not there no more. Like even Ben said that, dude. The culture is not there no more, man. And for him to say that, it kind of upsets me because it started while he was still there. That started while he was still there. He was the second leader of the circus show in command, calling out players, calling out GMs, calling out coaches all the time. Then you get Antonio Brown. See, it's a golden child effect. Then that's how it's a trickle down effect. Tomlin, that's what he does. He gives special privileges to these players and all the time, and then a trickle effect. And then you want another one, and then they want to be the goal. You can't. You got to treat everybody equal. I don't give a fuck who you are. This is 55 men on a roster, and we're a fucking team. Fuck that. That's the dumbest shit in the world. Everybody's talking about Manning hasn't even barely played any downs in college yet. Just because his name's Manning. And I think he'll be good. And yeah, he's got upside and he's got potential, but he's still got to prove it. Tank for Manning. The hell, I'd tell her to take the dude from Penn State over him, Manning. Will Howard's a rookie, okay? And okay, you say Will Howard's better than Mason. I don't know what makes you think Will Howard's better than Mason. Mason had a better college career than Will Howard did. Mason was an All American. Mason fucking ran a pro style offense in college and is top 20 all time in passing yards in college football fucking history. All right. Well, that's why I was really trolling the Dion crowd because all the whole black culture and they were all crying saying it's racist that Deion Sanders got taken this low. The NFL's conspiring against Shadir Sanders and it's racism and it's a conspiracy by the NFL. The fuck out of here. Why? Let's say that about Landry Jones. Landry Jones is like top 6 all time in NFL history or college history in passing yards. Why there's a conspiracy against Landry Jones? They hate good old boys. They don't like good old boys playing in the NFL, and we got to literally. That's what it is. It's a big conspiracy. And Dylan Gabriel literally has a way better college career than Shadir Sanders. It's not even fucking comparable, dude. And why are we throwing? Why is there outrage over goddamn Dylan Gabriel? The fuck out of here. Shadir Sanders' black ass is gonna get cut because he sucks dick and he's no good. And he played in a shitty ass conference that he couldn't even win. No first round pick. Get the fuck out of here. I know. He's a beast. Everybody thought he was the next one. And then Ben like extended his career 3 years. And Mason just kept getting passed over. And then we drafted Kenny shit ass Pickett. He won a national championship because he's with Ohio State. Ohio State's in the running in the conversation for the national championship every year. They're literally Ohio State has never really produced as any quarterbacks. There I can't name really one good outside of CJ Stroud. I can't really name one really that great NFL Ohio State quarterback. I can't think of any. I really can't. They make wide receivers and running backs like crazy, and defensive players and offensive linemen like crazy. Quarterbacks, though, they'll have gadget guys at quarterback that put up good college numbers, but in the NFL, it normally doesn't translate, like Justin Fields, like Terrell Pryor. Don't cut him, and we can get him. That's what the Steelers knew that they could have just probably picked him up. If somebody will end up cutting him, and they probably can snag him up if they really want him. So when the Browns cut him, they probably. I mean, he's fourth on their depth chart right now. So if the depth chart stays how it is, he's probably not going to make the 55-man roster. You're going to carry 4 quarterbacks on your depth chart, then Browns will be retarded. I mean, the Browns are the Browns, so who fuck knows? I really doubt they're going to carry. Some teams only carry 2 on their depth chart. Oh, God, I mean, you want 3, but you can get away with carrying 2. This is trash. I guess I'm gonna make this fucking pizza, bro. I need to eat something. I'll tell you who's not winning the Super Bowl this year. I'm gonna go out on a limb here. Like all the Steeler fans go out on a limb and say the Steelers aren't winning the Super Bowl this year. Well, guess what, ass? So you're that you know somebody else is deserving of that name, but so you're gonna have to like drop that name, and that's somebody else's name. But anyway, so I'm going out on a limb here, and I'm gonna say the Chiefs ain't gonna win the goddamn Super Bowl this year. How about that? How about that? There we go. Shit. There it is. But yeah, I honestly think it's gonna get ugly with Cam Hayward. That's my opinion. They're going to. It's gonna get ugly. It's gonna be. Still gonna have to come off something. That he's gonna have to get some type of. He's got to get more. How much more is more? I don't know. Because what I will say is, Runny, is he's if we're gonna go by the Andrew Berry system and logic, he's getting paid under the market value. He's getting paid less than market value. So what's the market value for a nose tackle in the NFL? I don't know. Especially one as good as Cam Hayward. I think at least Nate. He was making like 19 like 2, 3 years ago. So we're gonna put him up to 17, 18. He's gotta get something. If I'm him, I'm getting something. I'm getting something. I'm not coming away out of this without something. I'm no way. If I'm Cam, there's no way. If I'm him, I'm firing that agent then. I'm like, you're fired, bro. This is the second time you made me look like a joke and you didn't fucking get me no more. I'm firing that guy then. Shit. He should hire me, man. He should hire me. And then give me the goddamn 10%. I'll take shit. I'll take 5. What's 5% of 19 million? I'll get Cam Hayward 19 mil. All right. If you put my Jew ass down there with Omar Khan, I'm going toe to toe with that bald head bastard. All right. And I'm getting my boy 19. Period. Like, listen, koala bear or grizzly bear, panda bear. Nah, he's panda bear. Listen, panda bear. Just hang tight. Go to the mansion, kick your feet up, get on your podcast, start crying a little bit.
And big Papa Panda Bear is going to go in there with Omar Khan and get shit done. Okay? We can get shit done. We're going to get you 19, possibly 21. But I ain't coming away with anything less than 19, Panda Bear. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. I remember doing a stream this time last year that Cam's going to retire as Steeler. He just got extended. And this extension is going to pretty much seal the deal for him retiring as a Steeler. Now he wants more. After he did the same shit last year, bro. That's why if I'm him, I'm not caving. Not this time, motherfuckers. I'm about to get mines. Cause I'm the mans. I'm the mans, and I'm going to get mines. Captain SWAT. I thought he ain't getting Micah Parsons. I would like that, but they would never do. They're not going to do that. We can't afford him. Probably. Just like I would like to get Scary Terry, but then it gets down to the nitty gritty of things where you can't pay all these dudes this much money. Look at the Chiefs. They had to get rid of Tyreek Hill. They had no choice. They probably wanted to keep him, but that was business just got in the way, bro. Ravens are about to play, huh? I'm about to watch this game, I guess. Bengals play tonight. Ravens and the Colts. I think it's the Bengals and Philly. There's another game on tonight. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I like watching the Ravens and the Browns and the Bengals. I always get those games too. They're local games. They'll be always the ones that I get on Sundays. Is if the Steelers aren't playing, I'm gonna get either a Ravens, a Bengals, or a Browns game. And I will normally watch those games. Yeah, the Ratbirds, fuck the Ratbirds they're dirty. They're nasty. They're a bunch of Joe Walshes. That's what they are. They're Joe Walshes. All the Ravens are. They're just Joe Walshes. They're filled with them. Joe Walsh is everywhere. On the Ravens. This thing's dead. Where's that other one at? And in a situation like this, the way they did it, and the way like just the way how this news is coming all out with Cam Heyward is really why I think I'm gonna get ugly. Just how it's just, bro. TJ just got all this money, so boom, they're gonna be talking about that, and that's gonna be the topic of conversation. And coming into that even overrides it. It's new news. It's new news on top of the news. And it becomes a big story. It becomes a huge topic of conversation. Because running backs, a lot of them, they did that. A lot of them were holding out at the time because they wanted to try to raise the market value for running backs because they feel they're undervalued. So Cam might be that type of player. He's a Walter Payton Man of the Year. I think he's a part of the NFLPA, some type of position within the NFLPA too. So maybe he might be that leader for the whole interior alignment and saying we deserve ours too. Same as these outside linebackers. Like to me, I'll tell you this: T.J. Watt is more valuable to me than DK Metcalf. I would pay T.J. Watt $30 million over DK Metcalf anytime, twice on Sunday. Because to me, wide receivers are not that. They're like, if I'm gonna say the least important position on my team, to me is wide receiver, maybe safety. I don't want to say wide receiver is the least position, but they can't. An interior lineman is a dominant interior lineman is you can own games. You win games just right there. So he's injury prone too. Like all the arguments that they're gonna make against signing, giving Cam what he wants is you can make all the arguments against TJ too. Same thing. He's old. He's somewhat injury prone. He's been hurt. Doesn't show up in the playoffs. That's what happened with JJ. After JJ put up a bunch of big numbers in the air, and then the Texans paid him a bunch of money, and he would get hurt all the fucking time. I mean, it is bad luck. Reedy Funk. The Browns are going to come last in the division. I hate to break it to you, sir, but your team sucks. Bad. Like, real bad. You let Nick Chubb walk. Y'all let Baker Mayfield walk. That's the biggest. You're not going to recover from that. You have years of recovering to do letting Baker Mayfield walk. Period. Browns have to be one of the most dysfunctional franchises in the entire NFL. One of the most dysfunctional franchises in the entire NFL. They are fucking trash. They're trash. They're trash. So trash that they decided to pick up and go to fucking Baltimore, Maryland, murder capital of the fucking world. They said it would be better to go to murder capital of the world, Baltimore Ravens, where all the Joe Walshes live and dwell, than stay in fucking Cleveland, Ohio. That's how fucking trash Cleveland and the Cleveland Browns are, man.
I know he's the man for the Browns. I don't. It's like I don't understand how you be a Browns fan. I mean, look at the Browns fan. Joe Walsh is the Browns fan base. So I shouldn't even say there's a bunch of Joe Walshes that live in Cleveland and there's a bunch of Joe Walshes that live in Baltimore, Maryland. So I guess you got to take your pick of which kind of Joe Walsh you want to deal with. But god damn, the Joe Walsh is the prime example of Cleveland. Like he's a Colts fan, he's a Cincinnati fan, he's just a fan of every team that's doing whatever team's hot that year. Rudy's a loyalist. He's a true loyalist, though. I'll give him credit. And Stumbler, I have to give him credit. My credit's due. They're true loyalists to the dung pile that is Cleveland. You like that? You like that? Shadir's gonna get cut. Which one's you gonna cut? You're gonna cut one of them bums. Which one of them bums are you gonna cut, Rudy? Shadir. He's gonna get cut. Or go on your practice squad and potentially get cut. How do you draft two quarterbacks in the same draft and trade for Kenny Pickett and sign old ass Joe Flacco and still have the 29-time accused rapist on your roster? That's crazy. Cleveland is a joke. Your GM's a joke. Your GM needs to get fired. That's what I'd be saying if I was you. I'd be saying Andrew Berry needs to be fucking fired, period. The end. He's got to go. He's trash. He's garbage. Time. And I think Kevin Stefanski's overrated as fuck, too. Shit. He hasn't. He never should have won Coach of the Year. Never. That year he won Coach of the Year, and you beat us in the playoffs. For one, Coach of the Year is not a regular season award. It's not a playoff award. Tomlin was predicted to go third in that division that year and won that fucking division. He should have won Coach of the Year that year. Period. Period. Not Stefanski. The only reason Stefanski won it is because your fucking franchise is such dog shit that it was the story that sold it and won it for him because your franchise is just shit. It's not that he's good. It's just that your franchise is so shit that he actually happened to make it look good, having a mediocre ass season. Fuck Cleveland, bro. They're going to finish dead last in the division, and that's a fact. Cleveland sucks. Cleveland fucking sucks. They suck. They're trash. They don't have no running backs. They don't have no wide receivers. Their defense is overrated as hell. Myles Garrett, okay. Who else? Denzel Ward. Your defense sucks. Your offensive line is not as good as it used to be. Neither you don't have a quarterback on your roster at all. You have old ass Joe Flacco, fucking Kenny, fucking sick. Don't take a fucking pass over 3 yards down the field. Pickett, Dylan, short ass midget Gabriel, and Shadir fucking lame time fucking Sanders on your goddamn team, bro. You are straight garbage. Oh, you team stinks. You ain't gonna win no more than 5 games. You're gonna be picking in the first round, and you probably don't even have a first round pick too. That's the funny thing because your GM traded away like years and years of first round picks, so you can tank this season away, and you still won't get a fucking first round. You might have a first round pick. I'm just trying to pour salt in the wound of you finishing dead last in the division this year, Rudy. It's Cleveland straight garbage. I shouldn't even do Steelers content. I should just do content ripping the Browns fans back again. That's why I'm better at that than doing Steelers content. Just ripping Cleveland. Because y'all suck. We should do that. We should. I mean, fuck. Why not? If that's a Tomlin move, that's something Tomlin would do. Hey,
We got rid of Mason, who saved his black ass after literally, we got rid of him after he saved his ass. He got rid of him. Fucking idiot. And brings in Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. Ah, man, Tomlin's getting he's getting ridiculous now. Let him go to Cleveland. That's my next video. I should write titles and just do like assholes doing clickbait. Pickett to the Steelers, Shadir to the Steelers. Here's one too. This one's real great. It's conspiracy theory because that's all the ESPN and the media is anyway. Sports talk. So why don't I'm just gonna really start doing it. It's Mike Tomlin to the Cleveland Browns. We're gonna fire him this year. We'll fire him this year because we're gonna go 10-7, make a wild card, and lose in the first round. Cleveland would throw a parade for that type of season, but Tomlin, he's gonna get fired, okay, and then he's gonna go to Cleveland. But then when he goes to Cleveland, that'll prove that it's basically Tomlin was just another product of the system, like T.J. Watt, like Cam Heyward, like Ben, like all of them, you know. Who knows? I mean, I'm getting tired of Tomlin, and I know Steeler fan. I'm one of his biggest defenders, man. And I know a lot of Steeler fans want to see him gone, 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 gone. If we don't win a playoff game this year, they might let him ride one more year out, that one last year on his deal. And then if he don't win a playoff game that year, bro, enough's enough already. The show's over and it's time for a new goddamn direction. We need to see results and progression. We're not Cleveland, okay? We're not fucking Cleveland. So let him go to Cleveland and let him have no losing seasons in Cleveland, and they'll probably give him a statue for that. Let him get a statue in Cleveland because I'm getting tired of the no losing season shit. Yeah, it's nice. We're competitive. We're in it every year, but it come playoff time, it's almost like the year we played the Chiefs, like that year we played the Browns. I thought that was the year, man. We should have had it, but they fucked it up. The Chiefs just straight dog stomped us that year we played them. Like 33 to like fucking 7 or something. They just straight shit on them. And the Ravens straight shit on them last year. So it's not even a competition. And he's pretty much the common denominator at this point. Clickbait would be making a whole video about it, doing like a 5-minute video, then doing another 5-minute video, and then doing another 5-minute video, and then doing another 5-minute video, because then your shit gets pushed into algorithms and shit, and it's nerdy ass shit. The YouTube will distribute your shit just like Facebook distributes your shit. You eventually, after you get a couple comments on that video, then it'll recommend your video to like 2-3 people, and then if you get a couple more comments and likes, then it'll recommend it to like 10 people, and then 20 people, and then it'll link your shit to other shit. And you got to like build a chain. If you really want to build a channel, you have to do it every day. You have to stay consistent, and then people start liking your shit, and then your shit pops up in their shit. You got to just be consistent. I'm not consistent enough with it. I'll do it once every. I'll stop. I'll do it for like a week, and then I'll stop for 6 months. They said the Steelers are one of the oldest rosters in the league. We're old. Steelers are old. Cam Hayward's old. TJ Watt's old. Aaron Rodgers is old. Shit, DK Metcalf's getting old. I'm getting old. She said they got their straight ass whooped. I mean, Philly is really good. Let's put this pizza in the oven, man. It's got to be preheated by now, right? All right, what time is it? 7:31. I think Rudy got mad at all the shit I was talking on Cleveland. Sorry, Rudy. I hate Cleveland. Y'all suck. I remember I was charged when we basically ended Baker Mayfield's career in Cleveland, and I made that video. I'm pissed that chick deleted all my I know she deleted all my stuff off my YouTube. I had so many videos, and that one was funny when I roasted Quantrell Bishop. I fucking roasted him so bad. I swear, ever since then, he used to religiously just bash Pittsburgh. Ever since then, he has not. But like he used to. He's just like done stopped. He done shut the fuck up. Yeah, they try to compare it to the dude at work asked me. He's from fucking Massachusetts. He's a faggot ass Patriots fan. He's a fucking faggot. I hate that. I can't stand. He's such a faggot. That dude. I'm gonna get banned, bro. I can't. Shit. I hate being from Pittsburgh. I can't help but to use curse words. But, bro, he's like, you think Mahomes will ever catch Brady? I'm like, no, dude. And I don't know. I hate Brady, but Mahomes will never catch Brady. Okay. You can't even compare. It's crazy. It's crazy that they even try to compare Mahomes and Brady. There's no comparison. I told him there's no comparison. There's really no comparison. You know what I got today, Runt? 2 new ones, bro, to add to my collection. I'm about to be have more than Ernie here soon. He's gonna be mad. So I'm gonna have a bigger collection than him. He got a good one though. Give him credit. There you go. Look at that one. That one's nice. I might even try this one more. Oh. Yeah, fits good. Perfect size too. Whoop. This is the one you'll like though. Oh, yep. These ones aren't moshes. I told real shit after
got rid of these ones are Mosh's. These ones are official bear. Yeah. Well, this one's a perfect fit, yeah. Let's see what else. I gotta put the thing on. There you go. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Yeah, I like it. And it matches my hat too. Yeah, that's nice. That's real nice. This is my favorite player ever, dude. Jerome Bettis. Yeah. That's clean, yeah. This one's nice too. Stupid ass thing. Randall Well. Yeah, buddy. Should I put the TJ one on? Yeah. It's nice to. Uh-uh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, it's a good one. Man, see, it's really easy to do Children's content. I just don't do it. I don't know. I can do shorts, videos, lives. I can do all that shit easily. Some memes. I have this one. I feel like it should be out. What's going on? How's it cooking? Let's see. I'm real mad and jealous about that one. I was messing with you. I'm gonna get more, don't worry. I'm definitely going to get a lot more. Who do I, what, Will Howard? Nah, see, you gotta think, like, I'm not gonna get them ones. I don't know. Can't believe CJ one was in there. Oh. I would want some old school throwbacks too. Like a fucking like an official one. Mel Blunt would be fire. Jack Lambert would be fire. I mean Joe Green. Obviously, you would need in your collection if you really want a collection. You'd have to have a Mean Joe Green one. James Ferrier, Casey Hampton, Willie Parker, definitely. Hines Ward. This one, John Stallworth. Who else? Uh, Jack Ham, Elsie Greenwood. I'd get an activity one. Trey Polamalu, Alan Faneca, Monty Dawson, Mike Webster. I mean, Name a few. Them probably all everyone I name's pretty much no everyone. A lot of them know are Hall of Famers, yeah. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Dude, social media and shit's so soft, man. You can't say no fucking nothing, dude. You can't really say shit. You can't say shit. You can't even say shit. I don't think. You can't even say Queenie took a shit at Foxman's house and blew up the toilet. Bobby Brister. Hey, yeah, I'll get a Bobby Brister. Okay, I'll give you some names from like around that time. Not so much. A little bit after that time. Cornell Lake, I get one of them. Craig Lloyd, get one of them. Kevin Green, get one of them. Yancey Thigpen, get one of them. Uh, I left out Franco Harris and Terry Bradshaw, obviously. Franco will probably be the next one. If I can get Franco, that's the one. That's probably the if I could. I threw a couple obscure names in there. Another one I would like just because I liked him when I was a kid. This was Chris Fumatuma when Jerome Bettis got hurt, I remember on the radio they used to call his name, and it was the biggest thing in the radio. And the way they would call his name on the radio, oh man, it was just it was hilarious. Ooh, oh man, Myron Cope, yeah. Oh, with the Chris Fumatsu-Mafala. Oh man, he'd be funny with Jerome too. Jerome Bettis, Jerome Bettis. Oh, he was just a. Oh, Myron Cope was the legend, the best I've ever, the best broadcaster in Steelers history. Myron fucking Cope, the best. I said Swan and Stallworth, Hines Ward, Santonio Holmes. You gotta if you're gonna put one in, you gotta get a Santonio Holmes one too. Gotta get a Santonio Holmes one. James Harrison, Joe Porter, Rick Kiesel. Keith Miller, Marquise Pouncey. I had a Pouncey one. Uh, you know, who's one I would get to? Here's another obscure one. I think he was really. If he keeps doing that. And his first one would be Jeff Harding's, man. I want a Jeff Harding's too. Them, you'll never find them ones though. They're not massively produced. probably come up on Rogers one day. After the season, watch. I'm gonna come up on a bunch of Rogers ones. I don't know why this kid's doing this. It's making me so mad. No, I don't. But I mean, if you're gonna have a collection, point of having a collection is it's just collection. So many great Steelers. It's crazy. Think about it. I think they had the third most Hall of Famers or some shit. I'm ready for some Steelers football though. I left it in there a little bit too. Perfect. This is a shitty ass cheap pizza. This is cheap pizza. Not really, it's just closet space. Whew. Oh. You wouldn't need all them. But I mean, Franco won, Terry Bradshaw won. I mean, if we're talking a collection of like, if you're gonna have a card collection, you gotta have a Terry Bradshaw. You gotta have few Terry Bradshaws. You want a Terry Bradshaw rookie. You want a Terry Bradshaw Super Bowl year, 1, 2, 3, and 4. You want a Franco, all of them Super Bowl year Franco cards, a rookie Franco card, a rookie Mel Blunt card. There's so many. That team in the 70s was so good. It was insane. There you go. And when I went to, it was a card show. When I met Calvin Austin, it was like a card show, and they have like famous people doing autographs and shit along with the card. But like the dudes with the displays and stuff, it's ridiculous how many people were there at this card show to sell cards, and it was insane. And a few players up there, like Joey and Calvin, but there was like Derek White. He played for WVU, and West Virginia's like right down the road. So he was there. Some quarterback, I think that's who it was. And then a couple players that like currently played for Pitt were there signing autographs. Wrestlers. It's all right. It's fun.
Yeah, and you got to get them like graded by like professionals. If you really want them to like, if you really want to sell them and be like serious about it, they got to be graded. And it's you got to know people. It's like, nah, I'm not that into it. I do like jerseys. I just find them and I get them cheap. That's all. So I'll definitely get more. The boss don't care. He just like writes it off. You just like let me buy it. He'll put like clothes down and the right clothes down, and then you pay him like $1. He'll give it to you for $1. Give you furniture and shit for $1. Nice ass shit. I got a whole sound bar, LG, with a fucking subwoofer for $1. Only $1, bro. Can't see it. I gotta turn the light on. Hold on. I wouldn't want Plexico Bears as part of my collection. You would not make the list of wanting someone I want in my collection. It's nice, bro. Got a remote. You got the sub. I don't want Pickens to be a part of my jersey collection either. Antonio Brown. Yeah, I'll keep it in there. Le'Veon, I'll keep it in there, I guess. This is the best the Steelers have been ranked in a long time. And I don't know. I don't feel as confident as I've had the last couple years. I feel less confident, honestly. Because this offseason has been nuts for the Steelers, really nuts. And like, you really got to start to question leadership, like, especially if you know same things keeps happening over and over again. What do they say? You keep doing the same things over and over again is an insanity, or I don't even know how that saying goes. Something like that. It's pretty much the Steelers. Same show, song, dance over and over and over again. Now here we are. Two captains of the defense, both putting themselves above the team, holding in during training camp. Aaron Rodgers putting himself above the team, doing la retreats or whatever the hell he's doing. And we're sitting on our hands waiting for him to give us a decision. Now I got this Cam stuff and the TJ stuff and trade away Pickens, our best receiver. We get rid of a 4-time 1,000-yard running back at Najee. We drafted a quarterback in the first round and gave up on him after a year and a half, 2 years. Like, they better do something this year. That's all I know. Minka traded him away. Shit. And all the names I heard during the draft were going to get drafted to the Steelers. The quarterbacks, Jalen Milroe. So many names. So many names. Quarterbacks were coming to the Steelers. Let Landon Roberts go. He was cheap and good. But Najee is the one, man. I think it's going to make him feel the most effect. I honestly thought they were going to sign Russ again. It's like a 1-year deal or something. I pushed for Rodgers though all off season. You've been talking shit all off season, so we'll remember that at the end of the season, right? Okay, we will remember that at the end of the season. Then eventually, I got tired of him. I made that one video. I made that one video. I was bitching. I was like, if he don't sign before fucking training camp, fuck this dude. I don't want him. And then he signed. Like, I think Aaron Rodgers can do whatever he wants and should be able to do whatever he wants. I think if Russell Wilson wanted to make an audible, he should let him make an audible. Rodgers more than Russ, though, for sure. Rodgers plays chess, not checkers. Okay, Rod, you're gonna see. You're gonna see how different things are gonna be with Aaron Rodgers running the show. And I'll say about this: Aaron Rodgers has been doubted his whole entire career. So this ain't nothing new to him. Shit. Alex Smith was drafted over Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers is mad. Who? They interviewed him. He's talking shit. He's like, I'm gonna make everyone regret this. Blah, blah. No, there's nothing to do with it. I don't care about if he's a weird asshole. All I care about is what he does on the football field. All that other shit, I don't care if he's. I don't care. As long as he's there on Sunday, he shows up to practice. He does what he does on the football field. Let's play chess. Justin Fields plays checkers. He don't even play checkers. He plays like tiddlywinks compared to Aaron Rodgers, okay? Atlanta gave up on Favre. Atlanta said they just let Favre go, and then he went to Green Bay and said, I'm going to pop Percocet and show you motherfuckers right now. Aaron Rodgers is going to be doing the same thing this year, bro. Popping perks and throwing touchdowns. Don't play with my boy. It's crazy, too. Jordan Love's pretty good, too. He came out of nowhere. He shot out of a fucking cannon. But I'm not putting the Packers in the Super Bowl. Hmm. You got the Lions. You got some good. That even division. That whole division's tough. It's really good too. The AFC's really good. The Bills, the Texans, Steelers, Ravens, Bengals, Chargers, Broncos, Chiefs. I mean, we do. We do. But they got us in the playoffs. And they still win the division. So they got a tough last half of the schedule. Some tough games to start the season off too. Middle of the season, I mean, it's not a cakewalk. There's some tough games that they could lose. And there's some games like I could like even real shit said like you can't we got worried about week one and he's right because that's a Tomlin game. That could be a Tomlin game. And they lose like then what is everybody like literally like they're just gonna be like Steeler fan it's like literally they're gonna be fire Tomlin. We lose week, fire Tomlin. Fire him. They can't lose that game. They can't. The Jets look like they win the deal. They're like, yeah, we got away. We got Justin Fields. We just beat the Steelers and Rodgers. Ah, yeah. I mean, that's the nature of the business and in making good contracts. And that's why you gotta that's why like Runt calls me crazy because I'm thinking like down the line of building the team, like you're stuck on TJ now. And if TJ gets hurt and he's old and he sucks and he's washed up, they're fucked. That contract buries the Steelers for a long time. Like Cleveland is buried with the debt of freaking what's the quarterback's name? Deshaun Watson. They're buried with that debt that they owe him. And they gave up multiple first round picks. So that literally that trade has to work. Deshaun Watson has to be a top 5 quarterback. That's basically you're paying him to be a top 5 quarterback. You're giving up all these assets for him to be a top 5 quarterback, and he's terrible. He's like 32nd ranked quarterback. And it's guaranteed and they can't get off it. And it's such a bad contract that even if they wanted to trade that contract and that nobody wants to take on a 39-time accused rapist getting paid $69 million a year. Patrick Mahomes gets hurt, the Chiefs season's done. Over. Joe Burrow gets hurt, the Bengals are done. Over. Lamar Jackson gets hurt, the Ravens, I'm not going to say they're done, but that's a big hit. Josh Allen, Bills are done. Over. In rookie contracts, you want draft picks. The value within draft picks is that's where you can find value players. You get value ass players because the way the CBA set up, rookie contracts are cheaper. And that's what the Steelers used to be so good at is drafting and developing talent instead of what they're doing now with all these trades and all these moves and all these off-season three-rinket circuses and shit, man. It used to be about building the way. That's how they traditionally, for like ever, for the longest time, they would build through the draft. They wouldn't go out there and get all these big name hoopla free. They would just build within you with the Brett Kiesels and the Jason Gildens and the James Ferrier. I mean, James Ferrier, we did trade for James Ferrier, but I mean, not major. We really didn't make like this. There was so many splash plays this year. It was crazy, insane. This might have been like this crazy, one of the craziest Steelers off seasons I've ever seen in my life. One and 11 without what? Well, yeah, exactly. Because he's your whole team. You're paying him all the money. So what would the Chiefs be without Patrick Mahomes? Nothing. But when he's on the roster and he's hurt, of course your team's going to suck. But when you trade a guy, you're not only you're trading him, you're freeing up that money on your books so you can go out there and acquire a ton of talent, and you're gaining assets. You're gaining draft picks for years down the line. So not only you're freeing up money to add assets on your roster, you have future assets, possible
gems, value picks that you can get, and then you could. That's how you build a great team. It has to come all together. You have to strike lightning in a bottle on all these contracts, like the Eagles. Every time, like when a team wins a Super Bowl, that's why it's like most team. It's hard for teams to repeat, and it doesn't happen a lot. And it's amazing when it happens because look, like the Chiefs, Tyreek Hill, the band starts to break up, and they all want money, and they all want to get paid, so they all start going to different players, and the other teams are start poaching other players from those teams to bring to their team. It's hard to keep team. You can't in today's NFL. You can't keep these teams together with the way they're making money and shit. So Watt's an amazing player, but he's not as good as he used to be. You might not want to. You won't want to accept that because he's your favorite player, but he's not as good as he used to be. He's not. He's still elite. Still one of the best defenders in the NFL. But he's peaked. He's peaked. He's hit his pinnacle. So the only thing left for him is to not peak anymore. It's to dip. And if he hasn't peaked, he has about maybe 1 or 2 peak years left. I'm not gonna. I mean, in Cleveland, I really feel overpaid. Myles Garrett, in the way that contract set up, I really looked over Myles Garrett's contract. He's never going to see that $40 million. He's never going to see that. And he used that as leverage to get himself a better deal and put himself above the whole goddamn team. And now Cam Hayward's doing the same goddamn thing. And then what's next? Is Alex Highsmith going to do this next? Is DK Metcalf going to do this next? Every year we're going to have a renegotiation. Like, come on, man. I'm getting sick of it. Okay. Well, all right. I'm gonna end this one for today. All right, I'm done.